This latest story reading is brought to you by this bottle. King Gobble's Feast. That's what we're reading. Oh man, listen to that mouth noise. Whew. Unfortunately, nothing about my setup will protect you from the glorious sound that is the inside of my mouth. And I can't read. The only reason I know that this thing is called King Gobble's Feast is because that's what the file name says, but I cannot see most of this title page. I can say that it was published in 1867, so a little bit of a different look for us going into this one. I don't know, like, there are names here, and they are denoting what people did. I think that says designs by J.H. Howard. Is that what that says? But I don't know who the author is. Unless there are several. I'm hoping there's another page that'll tell me, well, the alphabet, if you have forgotten that over the years. It's all there, all 25 of them, in both forms. There are more than two. There are, of course, italics. And, I don't know, does underlining a letter count as another version of that letter? I suppose it does. But yeah, if you really needed to have a refresher on the alphabet, there it is. Also, I'm noticing too, this is not printed on paper. This is that what that says? No, that's someone's name. Dame something. I cannot. I think that last word says linen, which is what this is printed on, but I don't think that's indicative of what it's been printed on. Anyway, this is a little different. It's poems. There we go. Have to enunciate every single syllable. Gotta get them vowels in. And the consonants. Can't forget those. Seldom have one without the other. Let's read about King Gobble, the turkey, strutting about. King Gobble was proud, and like strutting about, and the bird stepped aside when he pleased to walk out. To his queen he observed, "My dear, drop a line, and invite all our friends to come here and dine. I've examined the fields, there's abundance of seed, and at the farmer's expense it will be easy to feed." Queen Gobble agreed. Where'd my voice go? I had a nice pseudo-British voice going on there and everything. She never ventured a word. That'll have to do. In contradiction to... Wait, hold on. She never ventured a word in contradiction to what was expressed by her word. She never ventured a word. Okay, that's suspect in any accent. I don't know about that, but I can see on the other side that we have this wonderful picture of King Gobble strutting about. And that on the right there, I assume, is his wife. Don't know about all these doves? Pigeons? I don't know what their deal is. Yes. Please partake in this magnificent... I was going to say cleavage. I meant pumage? Sure. Okay. Look, my mouth is doing whatever it wants today. I haven't spoken all day. This is the first time I've really said anything of significance. And I'm saying it to a microphone, so you can see how much I value verbal communication. What else we have? Master Pigeon the Carrier delivers it. I just thought this was going to be a book of, pardon me, a book of unrelated poems. You know what I mean? I know what I mean. Don't take that turn with me. I thought it was going to be I didn't think there would be like a narrative, but I suppose there would have had to have been tying everything together. The invitations were written, then to each bird directed, and a very smart fellow was as postman selected. Master Pigeon the carrier, who returned with the news that the birds were delighted, and but a few had refused. You'll have to forgive me if I have problems with this. The word order in 19th century books is kind of, especially it's a poem, so it's supposed to flow, but you know. They liked them word choices back in the days. And but a few had refused whose children were young, and just beginning to fledge, and could not be left by themselves in a hedge. Such a washing of feathers to get themselves clean, after sharpening of beaks, was ne'er before seen. Now I'm omitting and I'm omitting syllables where there aren't any because I got confused by the omitted syllables. Oh, no one wants to hear me complain. And here is Master Pigeon delivering the invitations. I didn't even know birds walk clothes on their own. And the little burbies and their nests saying, "Feed me, do it." Could you eat an invitation? You probably could if you were really, really needed to. I'm sure there's maybe a little fiber in an invitation. Oh. Oh, I'm in a mood today. All right, let's keep going. The birds to collect on their road to the feast. The day at last came, and as the birds flew along, some whistled, some warbled, some struck up a song. I speak Klingon, but not fluently or on purpose. The country folk... Damn it. Pick a lane. You're either doing the voice or you're not. The country folks guessed, now I'm Hugh Grant, by seeing such swarms together, that no doubt there'd be either wet or dry weather. What? There will be either or. That's not definitive at all. Fine. Some knowing ones said that they certainly thought putting salt on their tails was how they were caught. The little boys tried and went, wait, why were we in court? Oh, fuck it. I'll leave you to pass that. I'm barely paying attention. I shouldn't say that. We're reading this together. I have trouble with things. The little boys tried, and were then told the reason they couldn't succeed. It was not the right season. And there's... oh dear. The farmer, when did that happen? Alright. I guess that's about to happen. Look at that hoe. The farmer threatens destruction to the guests. After dinner, the guests promenaded together, talked of the fields, of the woods, of the corn and the weather. Some scratched holes in the ground, some basked in the sun, when the farmer was seen with his 2-barreled gun. Why, Dick! Just wanted to let that one sit. Said the farmer, "Whatever's the matter? For miles have the birds come in flocks here to chatter. Just look round the fields, and I'll promise the lot. If you find any damage, a taste of powder and shot. Should I have done that in like a more Cockney accent? I could try. I don't know if I could do country bumpkin. I'd have to actually hear it again. Man, they went all out. Look at that. I wish I dressed that well. Look at that fucking cock. Alright. Yeah. The birds collect on their road to the feast. Are they not there yet? Get changed after you arrive. Don't wear your best clothes on the road. Did I? No, I did this fine. That's fine. Is that a police pigeon? Ooh, that duck is wearing a hat. Ooh, so that one. Man, so many fancy burbs. I'm gonna look at this duck for a minute. Yeah, cheeky motherfucker. Oh, this, I swear, by the way, I probably, if you've not watched any other video before now, it's a thing I do. I'm a millennial, that's all we do. We eat avocado toast and we swear. And we're very poor because we eat too much avocado toast. Is that still a thing? Is that not a thing we do now? I remember seeing a headline last year that people were urging younger folk to eat more avocado after years of having told them to stop eating all the avocado because that's why you're poor. So, man, I don't know. I'm not very up to date with the memes these days. Not that I ever was, but less so now. Man, I hope none of that shit's getting picked up. Someone's in the kitchen doing something. Sounds like it's with a hammer. That's almost certainly not. Mr. Bantam is given in charge to the police. I assume that's the police. I assume that's Mr. Bantam, Officer Bantam, as he has now been charged. That's a Cargo 50. I'm sure if you lean in you could read that. I have new glasses, but they're about as effective as my old ones, which is to say, as effective as they need to be. We've been sitting on the screen for a while. I hope you've been staring at that duck. Eee, look at his hat. Oh, it's a good duck. All right. Mr. Bantam is given in charge to the police. To his guests, Gobble said, What the farmer just spoke was nothing at all. 'Twas this is not the same voice I used for the king on the first page. 'Twas only uttered in joke. Then some went to the water. Now I'm just using it for the narration as well. Fine, whatever. Then some went to the water, having expressed a strong wish to finish their dinner. With some choice of fish, Mr. Bantam was there, and as usual, they were on water with dinner? Or am I just... What is happening? Did this thing stop rhyming? Sure, okay. I'm just throwing whatever convention we had out the door. I'm sure it's fine, and I'm just not understanding what I'm reading at all. What is happening? Where am I? I watched Beau is Afraid, now my entire world is imploding in on itself. With some choice sort of fish, Mr. Bantam was there, and as usual spoke insulting words, and very vulgarly offered to thrash any one of the birds. So we're rhyming again now. Also, we're rhyming words with birds when in the first page we rhymed words with Lord. Lord. As they found that he'd made up his mind for a fight, Policeman Powder was ordered to lock him up for the night, but he was charged to be Oh, given in charge to the police. Is that what that means? I suppose. Ooh. This, well-dressed cock. Very stiff upper lip of a bird there. Oh, what is Old Mother Goose? I didn't read that. Mr. Coxcomb. Okay. Okay. Alright. I was gonna joke that that's Old Mother Goose, but it really is Old Mother Goose. And Anonymous Child Goose. Old Mother Goose abuses Mr. I'm gonna assume it's Coxcomb. Maybe it's Coxcomb. I think Coxcomb is funnier. Because it sounds, sounds like cum and cock. Yeah, that was my nose. But now the birds... I'm just doing a whole other British accent, sure. But now the birds all with consternation were filled. Mrs. Hen's only chick by a strange cat was killed. She fainted and fell back on poor old Mother Goose, who gave Mr. Coxcomb, her husband, no end of abuse. Why is the goose married to a rooster? Other birds took it up and shouted out shame. Called him barn door, dunghill, and every vile name. Who's afraid of a cat, and let her cat eat up this child? Coxcomb's blood was fast rising. He began to feel wild. Why is a goose and a rooster married? This is a bold new world we live in. I suppose I should be accepting of their union. Did they have this child? Did she have the child with a previous husband? Is this child half cock? I'm going to... Oh, what's happening here? Oh no! Why are you telling me this now? Oh, King Gobble! Oh, I barely knew you. Oh. All right. Oh, the death of proud King Gobble. In the midst of his uproar, bang, bang went a gun, which blew some... This is for children. Apparently they could take this kind of shit in the 19th century. Maybe they could now. Bambi wasn't that long ago. Which blew some to pieces and made the others all run. Gobble's pride had received a most terrible blow, and he rushed home as fast as his 2 legs would go. Here he was seized by the farmer, who'd pulled out his knife, and to prevent further mischief, put an end to his life. That was an extreme way to end mischief. Please do not read this book if you are a child, and this is the kind of thing that you would expect a parent to do to relieve you of your mischief. Mischief. My nose is blocking up. Oh God, he cooked them. He cooked King Gobble. It is King Gobble's feast, but not in the way that he... Oh, the irony. Oh, those children look terrifying. What is going on with that boy? Why does he look like Guybrush Threepwood? Why do you look like a stereotypical Italian? Sure. I don't know what ethnicities are. What is wrong with that man's head? That man behind the chef. What is... Ugh. No, this entire thing is terrifying. I'm sorry. King Gobble being served up for dinner. The next day for dinner he was roasted and basted, and a more tender turkey, they said, was never tasted. Moral pride of heart foreruns destruction? When was that spelled out? Alright. Okay. Also, this is part of the Olive Percival collection of children's books collected in the University of California, Los Angeles Library. I don't know if it's there now, but this is where it says it is. So, I don't know. Piracy, I suppose. I guess. This is in the public domain, who cares? If I could read half of this, I probably can. I might zoom in a little so I can read this properly, because there's some stuff on the back of this. Oh no, that's not what I want. How do I get out of? Oh, I can just press the plus key. So let's do that. Plus, turn on the numlock first. Plus. No, we're not plussing. Oh wait, that's an asterisk. Oh, I'm so good at my job. This isn't my job, but if it were, I'd be excellent at it. Beautiful picture books for the young. Half hours with the Bible. Yeah. That's what I call a good time. An entirely new series of Bible histories for the young. Elegantly illustrated by H.W. Herrick. Square, 32 pages, 6 kinds? 6 others in preparation. Sure. Jesus, our example. Jesus, our Savior. Story of the Apostles. Joseph and his brethren. Good children of the Bible. The creation of the world and the deluge. They're just going to put that all in one story? I suppose it is a one story, isn't it? It's been a while since I've paid attention to anything Bible beyond like quasi-scholarly things. I'd plug a book, but I don't remember the author. But it's interesting. It's like, actually there's 2 of them, but one of them is basically going through all the books in the Bible to find out when they were authored and when there's a theory that, oh goodness, throat, please. Give me a minute. We're almost done. The theory that there were two different books for every book of the Bible, because there was a splinter group, and that's why when they were put back together, I think it's more than a theory. There might be some historical thing behind it, but that's why when you read some passages in the Bible, it tends to repeat itself in an odd way. Like it'll say something and it'll say it again with a slightly different wording. And apparently that is because there was like a schism. And one group went one way and one group went the other. And then eventually they found themselves back together again. It's called, Who Wrote the Bible? It's not, they don't like name names, because how could they? But they try to give like a reasonable like estimation as to the type of person who might have been writing the books, and then they try to figure out like who combined it all into one thing that we now know as the Bible. And boy, do we know about it, because no one will shut up about it. Apologies to any Christians. I have nothing against you. I'm just being flippant for flippancy's sake. The cheapest children's books now made are the following 20 kinds, 25 cents each. I suppose, does kinds just mean the books they are? Like, those were some words. Like the books themselves? Is that what that means? I guess. Very good and entertaining books for little children. Quarter size, 61 pages. Stiff bound covers. 6 colored illustrations, each 10 kinds? 20 kinds? I think it's still 20. The 3 baskets, I thought those should be more interesting. It's not. The 3 baskets, the 3 wise boys, spring flowers, happy changes. Do you think I'd be looking any of these up to see if I could find them and read them? But I don't know that I could if I wanted to. I kind of do, honestly, but I don't know if I could find them. I barely found these. Sorry, there's a cursor right in the middle there. Yeah, make more work for me. Thank you, me. Short Tales in Short Woods. The Countries of Europe. Gift to Young Friends. Your stories. Good Little Boys books. Good Little Girls books. Girls? Does it say girls or gals? Who knows? It probably says girls. I doubt they would. It does look an awful lot like gals, though. Oh no, I can make out the I and the R now. Okay. Susie Sunshine storybook. Yes, please with the loud K's. That's what I need to do. I guess I'll do some click removal, not that it ever works. Little Slovenly Peter storybook. I was gonna say Nook or Hook. Really want to know what they have to say about Little Slovenly Peter. But some real nice things to say about him. Fairy Moonbeam storybook. Peter Prim's... Oh boy, Peter Prim and Little Slovenly Peter. Wait, what? Oh, fuck off. At least give them different names. Oh, whatever. Maybe it's a Bible thing. Maybe they just really like the name Peter. Paul, I bet there's probably a Judas. Everyone loves Judas. Ooh, pleasure books. Each containing 48 pictures printed in oil colors. Does you know what that says? Still bought covers, amen. That's not what that says. Stiff board covers, right, it's the same as the other one. Pleasure books. It's not at all what it sounds like. Some of the best of the old stories. Beautiful colored illustrations. I still have trouble with that word. I don't know what that says. In stiff board covers, quarter size. In the stiff board covers, is anybody still watching? I wouldn't blame you if you clicked off like 20 minutes ago. I have no idea how long this has been going for. I assume it hasn't been going that long. No, I assume it has been going that long. I take all of that back. Why are you still here? Old Dame and her silver sixpence. And the house that Jack built? Oh, that's the name of the story. Right. Been a while. Life and Death of Jenny Wren. Oh no. Oh, I see. Okay, I get you. I guess these are collected together. And actually I remember some of these. The Little Man and the Little Maid. The Fox and the Goose. I feel like I know that. The Marriage of Cock Robin. I remember Cock Robin. I don't remember the marriage. Peter the Goat Herd. Almost couldn't make out what the hell that was saying. and Hans in Luck. Goody Two Shoes. Actually, I think Goody Two Shoes is in this collection. Oh no, it's not. No, I read about Goody Two Shoes somewhere. About how it was very patronizing. The Ugly Little Duck. Ugly Little Duck. I read Ugly Little Duckling. I suppose that's a tame story. The Charmed Fawn and the Three Bears. Does that involve Goldilocks at all, or is it just Bernstein? Oop. Which reality are we in? Nobody knows. For sale at all bookstores. They can't make their promise. Surely not every bookstore will sell their books. McLaughlin, I think that's how that's pronounced. McLaughlin? One of those. Manufacturers, New York. Yes, I read that whole thing. This is the last page, by the way. Spent a lot of time here. I don't know what to say now. Oh, there's no words left. What do we do? Goodbye.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.